David Shepard grew up loving the theater, but as a producer in the 1950s, he was not terribly fond of actors.
Well, I had a thing about actors. They seemed to me very smug and oriented not towards the audience, but towards Hollywood. I preferred to work with non-professionals.
Shepard also prefers improvisation over scripted performances. In 1955, he started the Compass Players, a cabaret revue that launched the careers of Jerry Stiller and Ann Mira, Mike Nichols and Elaine May, and Alan Alda. Compass was the forerunner of the Second City, the comedy troupe that became a source for many cast members of television's Saturday Night Live, including Bill Murray, Gilda Radner, and Tina Fey. For Second City, improvisation is about getting an audience to laugh. For Shepard, improv is a way to explore relationships between people, in families, among friends, and at work. Nearly 40 years ago, Shepard formed a nonprofit group called Group Creativity Projects to help people improvise their own plays, movies, and radio shows. His most recent creation for improvisation is called Life Play. He calls it a way to bring people closer together through shared experiences by having them play a dozen or so games.
There's one called 5-second delay. I say something, and then you say nothing for 5 seconds, but you absorb what I've said and you respond emotionally, and we see in your face what's going on inside your heart.
Another game is called Mood Swing. Two people are given a mood to start with and a different mood to end with. Shepard and his partner, Nancy Fletcher, played this game for me. We decided her mood would swing from happy to angry, and Shepard's would swing from sad to pleased.
Now, where are we?
We are in a diner.
And who are we to each other?
You are cousins who have not seen each other in 20 years, drawn together on this occasion by some sort of family crisis.
Okay.
Well, the eggs are just the way they were 20 years ago. They are overcooked.
Oh, David, I'm so glad to see you.
They're dry, they're hard.
David,
I'm glad to see you, too.
It's been so long.
Well,
I know Uncle Moore is dying, but
That's why he died. He died to bring us together.
Yes,
that's the purpose
right.
of
He didn't
funerals.
die yet. Don't say that. My goodness.
Well, he's on the way.
What? You are always doing that. You did it 20 years ago, 40 years ago. Why are you so... You look at things so... such a negative way. I just don't like that.
Well, you can toss me out of the family if you wish.
Oh,
but
I
I'm
certainly
here for
will.
good. Now I feel much relieved. I've been tossed out of the family, and I'm going to order eggs the way I like them, and I'm going to eat them.
Scene.
Shepard and Fletcher met a dozen years ago. He wanted to make an improvisational video in the Pioneer Valley, and a mutual friend introduced him to Fletcher. The experience of making that improv movie had Fletcher thinking it might be the tool she needed in her quest to boost the self-esteem of teenage girls. Fletcher started a group called Act Now, and for the past decade, it has helped teen girls produce movies about friendship, cliques, and in the case of the film Deadline, an orphanage that's about to close because the building's been condemned.
Well, girls, I have really great news. I just got off the phone with the West Side Community Service Club. They're in New York City. They're gonna come and they're gonna help us renovate the orphanage.
Oh my God! Wow, cool!
Oh, yes, we're gonna get it done. We're gonna be able to get it done.
We're gonna be able to stay here?
Yes.
Fletcher says the experience of making their own film gives girls courage at a time in their life when studies show their self-confidence falters. She says they discover they can do something that might at first be scary to them, and they grow through what she calls the safety of making fiction.
We find that the girls that are at risk for failure get inspired to really invest in their lives. One girl told me, she said, since I came here, everything's changed. I'm going to stay in school, and I'm going to make something of myself.
Act Now will celebrate its 10th anniversary this Sunday morning at 11 at the Amherst Cinema with a showing of some of the films produced by the girls over the years and with clips from a soon-to-be-released documentary on David Shepard's life.